Hey YouTube, what's going on? Son of Sanguinius here, and today we're going to be continuing our Angel's Blade review by taking a look at the 10th Company Ambush Force. I should let you guys know this is the second time that I've done this, as I forgot to turn my mic on and got 5 minutes into the recording before I realized my mistake, so hopefully we won't have any more technical issues. So, taking a look at this formation. The formation consists of 3 to 5 units chosen in any combination from the following list: Scout Squad or Scout Bike Squad. Restrictions are the Scout Bike Squads in this formation must be equipped with cluster mines. For special rules, there are 2. The first one is Concealed Positions. Each unit in this formation that deploys using the Infiltrate special rule and does not have the Stealth special rule is concealed. A concealed unit has the Stealth special rule until it moves, runs, turbo boosts, charges, or falls back, at which point it immediately loses the Stealth special rule for the rest of the battle. And the other one is the Trap is Sprung. During the first game turn, all units in this formation have the Precision Shot special rule. So, taking a look at this formation, I think it's really good. It's not the best thing, but I think it's, a decent to good formation. I think it can really assist with the Terminators in like an Archangel Semi Company or the Orbital Intervention Force. Aside from just, planning your guys on different objectives all across the table, you can give the Scouts and the Scout Bikers teleport homers, which means, if you do run, a Terminator-heavy Blood Angels army, you can certainly help, bring down your Terminators where you want them to be. And that's especially deadly if you have, the Thunderhammer Storm Shield Assault Terminators, deep striking in, no scattering, and are able to charge on the turn that they deep strike with the Orbital Intervention Force. And so I really feel like the 10th Company Ambush Force, not only gives, Scouts a little buff, but it's really a nice complement that can really, assist you as far as, getting your Terminators where you want them to be on the tabletop. The other thing that I noticed, too, is this formation really encourages the use of cheap Scouts. Not only with the concealed positions, but, the Trap is Sprung is really nice, too. So looking at the concealed positions, you don't have to pay for the camo cloaks, and you can essentially take these bare bones Scouts and have them be pretty much as concealed as a Scout snipers would be. And I really do like that. I like the fact that they're giving Scouts bare bones Scouts a little extra buff here. And I realize that that goes away if you move, run, turbo boost, charge, or fallback, which isn't necessarily a problem for me. But I know that a lot of you guys out there have posted comments regarding Scouts, saying that you like to infiltrate them, but then you also like to charge with them. And I realize that Blood Angel Scouts can they can definitely do some damage. I believe someone said, if you take a 10-man Scout Squad with close combat weapons, you can get something like 30 attacks, Strength 5, Initiative 5, and that's pretty good. But obviously this formation doesn't necessarily lend itself towards that. It sort of lends itself toward a much more conservative playstyle with the Scouts, which I'm fine with, because usually I would sort of hunker my Scouts down in cover, next to an objective, and just sort of play it from there. So that's nice. The other thing, too, is the Precision Shot special rule for the first game turn. That's really nice. That means, your Astartes grenade launchers, your Twin Link bolt guns on your Scout Bikers, your bolt guns, heavy bolters, and your missile launchers, they're all going to have Precision Shot, which is awesome. It only lasts for the first game turn, so you're going to have to, make it count, because, as soon as the first game turn is over, not going to have that advantage anymore. So yeah, and I realize that, with the Scout Bikers, it's a little less so, because chances are you're probably going to want to be moving your Scout into the perfect position. Even if you do infiltrate them, you may not be in the most ideal position to get your Terminators down in there, but it's a nice little benefit if your Scout Bikers just happen to be in not only within shooting range, but within rapid fire or or what have you. So now that we talked about sort of the role of this formation, we can kind of go over just a little bit about how I might equip these guys. So for me, I probably would not take any more than 3 units in this formation, simply because there are other formations in Angel's Blade that I would much rather sink my points into. However, that being said, I would probably give them a couple upgrades depending on what I was going up against. So for me, I would take 2 Scout Squads, 5 men each, either with a heavy bolter or a missile launcher. And really, the heavy bolter or the missile launcher really just depends on what kind of army I'm going up against. If we're going up against, an infantry heavy army, something like, that has a lot of boys, a lot of gaunts, a lot of, guardsmen, whatever it may be, I would lean toward the heavy bolter, and I may take the Hellfire shells, I may not, just depends, I guess, on how the points shake out. But if I'm going up against something that has that's centered around something like the Fist of the Gods, or a really armor heavy list, I would definitely take the missile launcher, especially since we can take flak missiles with the missile launcher, which can really assist against enemy flyers. So if you're going up against a lot of enemy flyers, that might be something to consider. And then for my third choice, it would probably be just a single scout bike squad with 2 Astartes grenade launchers. I really like the diversity that the grenade launchers give you as far as shooting templates goes. You basically have the equivalent of frag grenades or whatever with the templates that can be really good at taking out large groups of enemies. Then you also have the crack missiles, which are really nice against something like Tyranid warriors, for example. Strength 6 AP4, wounds them on a 2, ignores their armor save, can really just take them down a couple notches, and they have precision shot first turn. So that's really nice. And of course, I would basically give all of these guys, teleport homers. I would want to, because if I was going to bring the 10th Company Ambush Force, I would probably almost always bring it as a complement to either Terminators in my Archangel's Demi Company, or more likely in my Archangel's Orbital Intervention Force, and really just help to get my shooty and my assaulty Terminators where they need to be, so that they can inflict the most damage on the opponent. And that's really, all I have to say for right now on the 10th Company Ambush Force. I think it's a decent formation with some good rules and some practical uses on the tabletop. Like I said, I feel like the main purpose of this is really just to assist, getting your Terminators where they need to be, and also, giving some bare-bones scouts, some nice little buffs here and there. So, anyway, I'm curious to see what you guys have to say down below in the comments section. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.